she's putting out.
Welcome, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Karine, and welcome back to Karine's Concept, where we do everything home interior hauls, fashion, vlog, and storytelling. Communicating some of the experience that I've been through, difficult, challenging experience that has made me the person that I am today. So I want to use my story to be an inspiration to loads of people going through the same experience, going through major life changes, so that they get to know that, seeing someone that have been through that experience and they are still standing, they can do the same. Because when I was going through mine, I never knew there would ever be a light at the end of the tunnel. So if I had someone that stood like an inspiration to me, it would have been easier for me. So my platform will be all about that. If that sound up your alley, why don't you subscribe to my channel? I would really appreciate having you on board. Thank you guys for each and everyone that has supported me so far. Thank you for everyone that have subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. Those of you that are still not subscribed to my channel, you're watching my video in hundreds, but you haven't subscribed to my channel. Please, I will appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. We're trying to build this from the scratch, and by the grace of God, we're going to the top, So why don't you hop on board? Hop on board, guys, Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much. In this video, I will be giving you an insight into how to create a robust Zara sale wish list and shop sustainably. If you're interested, stay tuned. Without further ado, let's get into it. In the last 3 years, what I have done is be very intentional in the way I do shop. And that's really changed the game for me, I know sometimes we get mesmerized about a particular piece, and then we fail to ask ourselves some important questions that we should be asking ourselves. I sometimes do fall victim to that, but before I eventually get a particular piece, there are some questions that I primarily will ask myself. For instance, is that particular piece really needed in my wardrobe? Do I really need that particular piece? And if I do need that piece, is that going to help elevate my existing capsule wardrobe? You want to bring pieces into your capsule wardrobe that will add value, that you're going to get the cost per wear out of that piece. And eventually, is that going to work alongside your already existing capsule wardrobe? But guys, this is 2024. We shouldn't be talking about if they will pair very well with your existing capsule wardrobe. Each and every one should have a capsule wardrobe. You should buy or shop those neutral colors which will easily, seamlessly blend into your wardrobe. There's no question about it, period. And then there are some questions that we need to ask ourselves even further. If we want to create a robust shop, Zara sale wish list, I don't want us to reduce this just to Zara and the sale and the wish list. This can be a tip, and an insight that might be valuable if you are doing any shopping as a whole, on any website in general, and some of these questions I did touch a little bit on in my last video, tips and tricks on how to shop the Zara sales. If you want, you can go watch that. So some of these questions are: first, you need to know the sort of fabric that you're buying. So that particular piece, what sort of fabric is it? So, and then you go further even more to know the composition of that fabric. I know we sometimes we get so mesmerized with that particular piece, and you don't even check, you don't even bother, you just see it looks so good, and then that's it, done. But no, 2024, it's that time that we need to ask ourselves all these questions, and then you go even more further to ask yourself, is that particular piece how is it going to feel on your skin? How comfortable or uncomfortable will that piece be on your skin? I know some people have a very low tolerance to wool. I personally do have a low tolerance to wool. So whenever I wear anything with a high percentage of wool, I tend to itch a lot. But guys, the advice I would give in relation to that is always make sure you wear a white, beautiful button-up shirt underneath. And if it's a turtleneck, wear yourself a tank top. That's going to reduce the contact of the wool fabric on your skin, because we live in that part of the world whereby it gets so cold in the winter and you want to be sure that you're warm and comfortable. And that's what the wool will do for you. It will keep you warm throughout the day, you know. And the next thing we want to ask ourselves, that particular piece, is that going to fit our silhouette? Is that tailored to our body shape? Because there are some clothes that are not tailored to our body shape, and we should stay away from clothes that are not tailored to our body shape. And then we'll go further to find out about the quality and the durability of that garment or that piece. We want clothes to last in our wardrobe for a very long time. So we need to ask ourselves these questions. We want to choose quality over quantity. You know, there's no point buying stuff and the next 6 months you're still buying the same stuff. We should leave that back in 2023, not 2024, you know. And then we think about the cuts, we think about the craftsmanship. And finally, we should be patronizing brands that tend to adopt a very sustainable approach to production of clothes. For instance, brands that make some conscious effort to reduce their waste. Try to recycle material so that it can be reused again, you know. So brands like that are quite sustainable in their approach. We should patronize them even more. I know some of you will come for me and say, oh, Zara is a fast fashion brand. Yes, it is. But did you know that Zara has even gone a lot further to establish a new initiative they call Zara Pre-Owned? And what they tend to do with this initiative is you can bring or you can send to them some of the stuff that you already have in your possession that was bought from Zara. So you can donate it to them or you can resell it to them. And finally, to improve the longevity of that particular piece that you bought from them, you can also repair that piece if in a couple of years time it got damaged. So you can send it or ship it back to Zara, it get repaired, and then you can continue wearing that same piece. For that reason, I would say I will shop Zara anytime, any day. And I really applaud them for taking a step back and looking into their own contribution, you know, into how they contribute to this fast fashion epidemic. And I hope other brands we do the same or follow suit. We should be responsible enough to shop sustainably. Research does say 10% of the global carbon emission is from fast fashion. So we should make some conscious effort to always reduce the amount of stuff that we buy. We should try to shop secondhand or vintage. You know, personally, I don't know how comfortable I am shopping second-handed clothes. I do shop sometimes second-handed clothes for my kids, but I don't know how comfortable I will be wearing somebody else's clothes. But I try as much as possible to do that a lot when I'm shopping home decors. But I will be honest to you and tell you I don't shop second-handed clothes. But they are, in order for us to reduce the carbon emissions that are being produced all the time, we have to tend to reuse stuff that we already have or that other people already have. And another thing is for some of us that are very creative, why don't you produce your own clothes? Why don't you create your own clothes? We can do that. I'm not a creative person, but if you are, you can make yourself clothes by using raw organic materials, you know, so that would go a long way to reduce the amount of clothes that eventually ends up in the the overfilled landfill. So we should all make a conscious effort to do that. And finally, I will say, before you go ahead, purchasing that piece, before you go ahead buying that piece, what we should also do is or before you go ahead adding that piece into your wish list, what we should do is to go to that shop. Like, for instance, if it's a Zara sale or if it's a Mango sale, you go to the shops. For those of us, this will pertain to those of us that shop primarily online. So before you eventually include that piece into your wish list, you should make an effort to go to the shop and see that particular piece real life. I always try to do that, because that will make your decision a lot easier to either leave that clothes in your wish list or rule it out. Because so many times I've gone to see them clothes in real life and I was so disappointed. They didn't really meet my expectation. And I would really encourage you to do that more often before you eventually include that piece in your wish list and finally go ahead in buying that piece. I hope this gives you a bit of insight, or this will make you to start asking some questions before you eventually create yourself a Zara sale wish list, or before you eventually create yourself any wish list of that matter that has to do with fashion. And guys, it's so important we in 2024 shop sustainably. Thank you guys for watching. The next segment of this video, I will be exploring with you guys what I have in my wish list. I started shopping some of these pieces. When I found that second week of sale, some of these pieces were selling out so fast, so I've started shopping them. But the ones that are a lot expensive, what I've done is just leave them for the next 2 weeks, and then I will hop into it. But for now, I've started shopping, guys, and we will eventually reconvene, and then you will see what I have in what I eventually bought from the Zara sale. So there will be a Zara sale shopping haul. Yay! Let's dive into exploring my Zara sale wish list.
Guys, I did promise to show you what's on my wish list, and in this segment of this video I will be giving you guys an insight into what I have curated for my wish list. So saying that it's my wish list doesn't mean that I want everything in here. The one at the top are the ones that I really want to get, so we're just going to go through them. But for starters, this is the first in terms of my priority. But unfortunately it was sold out before it even went on sale. I wanted this cardigan last year, but unfortunately again I didn't get it because it was sold out before it even went on sale, and the same thing happened this year. So the reason I love this cardigan is the fact that it does have a hood. I love the cable knit. I love the fact that it's quite long in terms of its length. I love the fact that the quality is amazing. And the price point is not that bad. It normally retails for $79.99, but at the moment they're doing 50% off and brings it down to $39.99. And I think in terms of, let's see what's there in terms of the composition of the fabric. So it does have 6% wool, not a lot of wool, but I always make sure there's a little bit of wool in everything I buy, in terms of sweaters and cardigans or whatever it is. There must be some percentage of wool. It's 51% polyester, 43% acrylic, and 6% wool. So at the moment it's sold out, but I've been checking. I've been literally stalking this website for this particular cardigan. So let's go back and see what else is in there. And next on my list is this beautiful knit cable knit cardigan. I love anything with fringe on it. If you know me personally, I'm a fringe girl. I got loads of skirts with fringes. I got pullovers, cardigans with fringes. I got coats that got fringe. Anything fringe, guy. Like I'm a sucker for fringe. So I love the detailing of this sweater. You know, I love the fringe by the side. You know, I love the length. It's not too long, you know. And let's see what we have in terms of composition of the fabric. This is a very good one, guys. It's 99% wool, so this will keep you pretty warm during the winter. So I really want this, but the price is ridiculous. Like, I'm not even looking at it at the moment, because if they're going to play chess with me, I'm going to play chess with them. So I'm going to wait until the price is really down. So at the moment, it does have all the sizes. So I'll be keeping an eye on this one, because it's really at the top of my preference. And next is this turtleneck. Like I did say to you guys, I'm a sucker for turtleneck, and I don't have any camel turtleneck in my capsule wardrobe. So this would be a great addition, you know. And I love Zara turtleneck. I love the silhouette of this turtleneck. I love the fact that it's quite clingy to the body. I don't like turtleneck that are quite loose. I love the sleeves. They are really long, and that I really love. And let's see the composition of the fabric. 100% wool, guys. I tell you, if it hasn't got wool, forget about it. What's the essence of buying stuff if it's meant to be winter stuff and it doesn't have wool? Like, literally, what you wearing, sis? You know. So this is on the top of my list, you know. So I'll be putting an eye on it. At the moment, it's sold out. And then the next, I'm just going to go through this very fast. Next is the cardigan with some fringing. I did warn you guys that I'm a fringe girl, you know. So anything everything about fringe I love. So you get to see a little bit more fringes on this video, you know, in terms of my wish list. I love this cardigan a lot. Personally, I'm thinking about like wearing it with a shirt. I love wearing my cardigans with a shirt, like a beautiful white shirt, you know, so that the shirt is a bit longer than the cardigan. So I can do that. You can tee me up with a skirt. Like, I do love a very beautiful short skirt, you know, or a leather trouser during the winter. So I'll be looking out for this one. It was $69.99. At the moment, it retails for $29.99. And let's see what's in the composition. 10% wool. I did tell you guys, if it hasn't got wool on it, forget it. So let's go to the next one. I'm trying to be a little bit fast, you know. Texture knit sweater. I really want this one, you know. It retailed for $35.99. It wasn't that expensive, but at the moment on sale they're doing 27% off, and it does retail now for $25.99. It's sold out at the moment, you know. In my capsule wardrobe, I do a lot of light colors. So camel is something that the camel color palette is something that I really love, because you can easily, you know, tee me up or wear it with all the colors that you can think of, you know. So and I will be using this with a white shirt, a beautiful white shirt. So let's look at the composition, guys. 5% wool. Your girl is not going to get anything without wool in it, so mark me on that. And this is another sweater that I'm really loving at the moment. It's the texture knit sweater with broad embroidery. It retail for $59.99. At the moment, they're doing 33% off, and it's at $39.99. It's sold out at the moment, but that doesn't faze me. Fret not. I'm not scared, you know, because I know I will get it if I want it. So on it, I love the detail on it. I love the different color variation that's going on in front on the sweater. You know, I really like it, and there's so many. The options are endless in terms of how you can wear it. It's quite versatile, you know, because it has ecru at the background and the colors. Like, you can really match it with the colors. You know, you can team it up or pair it up with a skirt or trouser, whatever you feel like. So I think this is going to be a good addition to my wardrobe. So let's look at the composition, because your girl is not playing. So it does have 9% wool, so that's a good one. So let's go to the next one, guys. And next, it will be this skirt. I love these skirts. I love the silhouette of this skirt. I love it, so flattering, endless. And the fact that it's brown, it makes it easier to pair it up with other stuff that you have in your wardrobe. So I'm thinking about this winter, I can pair it up with a nice, beautiful cream turtleneck, and then a cream boot. Oh my God. Oh God. I'm just envisaging how it's going to look on me. Like, I love a beautiful skirt. So it was £45.99. They're doing 43% off. So it's £25.99. And what they have in terms of the composition, 34% viscose, and that's okay by me. 63% polyester. It does have polyester. So that's not bad in terms of the fabric. I think what's quite different with this one, let's see. Wow, it has two different color. There's a variation in terms of the browns. There's a very thick brown, and there's like a check color brown on the other side. And I like the asymmetry. Guys, this brings us to the end of this video. I hope this video has been insightful, getting us to ask the most important questions when we are creating a wish list or shopping. And I hope 2024 is that year that we start shopping sustainably. And finally, hope you love my wish list. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Peace. I'm out.
She's putting all of her cards down on the table, knowing there's no way that she'll be able to win this one. But she's somebody